said something in your home country that was considered normal, but when you migrated to another country or you joined that international meeting and you said the same thing and the room went silent, or maybe you felt like people misunderstand your tone, your silence, or even your confidence, you're not alone. Cross-cultural communication isn't just about language. It's about those unspoken rules that most people never get training on. But once you understand these few insider tips, you'll show up with more clarity, confidence, and connection, no matter who's in the room. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Frustrated to Fluent. I'm Devin Bruce. I'm the founder and CEO of the English Communication Academy, and we help non-native English speakers in healthcare communicate effectively with their patients, colleagues, and staff. And today I wanted to talk about cross-cultural communication. Inside the Academy, we do trainings on this for healthcare organizations. It isn't just about language. It's about those unspoken rules. And most people never get training on this. And this causes a lot of communication breakdowns when you're dealing with people from other cultures. And English is the language that brings people together. And in today's video, I'll show you how to show up with more clarity, confidence, and connection, no matter who's in the room. All right, let's get to it. So I first want to talk about what makes cross-cultural communication so tricky, especially in healthcare. You work with people from all over the world, or your patients come from all over the world. And that means that there's a plethora of ways that people show respect. There's so many different ways how they review authority. There's different expectations for silence and eye contact and tone and even disagreement. But here's the hard truth. Even if your English is fluent, your message can still be misunderstood. And this is because communication, it isn't just what you say, it's how you say it, especially in English, and also how others expect to receive it. Now, let's take a look at some real examples of some cultural misunderstandings. Number one, silence. In some cultures, silence is shown as respect and reflection. But here in the US, depending on the context or situation, that silence can feel awkward, disrespectful, or even unprepared. And even depending on where you are, if you pause before answering, some cultures may not think that you know the answer, even when you're actually trying to be thoughtful. Another one is directness. In some countries and cultures, being direct is seen as honest and efficient. But in other cultures, that same style can be rude or disrespectful. You might be praised for being clear in one country and then criticized for being too blunt in another. Number three, hierarchy. This one's important, especially in healthcare. In certain countries, if you speak up to a manager, that may be seen as extremely disrespectful. But in other countries, silence in a meeting may be read as disengagement, like you don't care. And so when you don't speak up, it might seem like you're not confident, even when you're just being respectful. These are a lot of different ways that causes all types of problems when you are trying to communicate with people from other countries. Because in one country or culture, it could be seen as amazing and thoughtful, and the same exact thing could be seen as disrespect. Having said that, let's talk about the 3 C's of cross-cultural communication. If you want to thrive in global environments, like in healthcare, you don't need to change your identity. A lot of people feel like they need to, but you don't. You just need to become more culturally intelligent. When you're dealing with people from other cultures, here are the 3 C's to remember. Number one, curiosity. Ask questions. Stay open. Don't assume that your way is the right way. For example, instead of thinking, gosh, why are they so quiet? You can just ask them, what does silence mean in your culture? This is a really good one, especially if you have a rapport with them. Number two is clarity. Speak clearly, but also explain your intention. Say what you mean and check how it's received. For example, I'm being direct because I care about the outcome. I'm not trying to be rude. That one sentence can change the entire tone. And number three is compassion. Cultural intelligence isn't just strategy, it's also empathy. Do your best to assume good intentions, even when it's awkward. Because at the end of the day, most people, they're not trying to be disrespectful. They're just communicating based on their culture. If you follow these three C's, that's going to immediately help you with communicating with people from different cultures. Now, here are some insider tips. We actually do trainings on these in the academy. If you're a non native English speaker working in international environments, or if you speak in an English speaking environment, here's how to lead with confidence. Tip one, don't just focus on grammar, focus on the signals as well. That includes eye contact, tone, pauses, turn taking. This is huge because these nonverbal cues can matter more than your word choice. Tip two, practice code switching strategically. What I mean by that is you don't need to sound like a native English speaker. That's not the goal. But knowing when to shift your tone or to adjust formality or rephrase based on your audience, that is a leadership skill. Think of it like emotional EQ, emotional intelligence in English. When you know that you're going into a room and silence is considered respect, but you come from a culture where silence is considered disrespect, you want to honor your room and make sure that you're quieter in those spaces. That's an example. Tip three, create culture mirrors. So, for example, find mentors, find coaches or colleagues who understand both your culture and your current work environment. This is going to be really helpful because they can reflect back those subtle cues you might miss, and that will help you grow faster. These tips will really help you when you are having issues with communicating with people from other cultures. Now, I want you to understand something. You have worked so hard to become fluent in English, and you've worked even harder to work in healthcare. But communication, it's not just about fluency. It's about fluidity across cultures. And the good news here is that cultural communication is a skill. It can be learned, refined, it can be mastered, just like language itself. It's like a muscle that you develop. And when you add cultural awareness to your communication, you not only become a bridge, but you become a leader and you also become a trusted voice in any room. All right. So if this video helped you, please hit like and subscribe. I post new videos every week to help you build real world fluency in healthcare. Also, please share this with other non native English speakers. I am on a mission to close the language gap in healthcare. And if you want some more quick fixes, please download my free guide. It's called 10 Phrases Every Healthcare Professional Should Know. It's jam packed with not only need to know phrases, but it also talks about when to say it, when not to say it, what tone to use. It also gives you real world examples. The link for that is in the description box below. And if you liked this video, please check these other ones out too. All right, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Take care.